Hello, and thank you for watching the High Point University Student Organization Travel Guidelines training video. After watching this video, you will be able to plan a comprehensive bill for submitting funding requests including travel to SGA. You will also better understand SGA policies and procedures in regards to presenting your bill. You will know who to contact to assist you in making plans for traveling after your bill has been passed, and better understand expectations of both students and advisors while you are traveling. You will also know what steps you need to take upon returning from your trip. Step 1 is planning your bill. Section 10 of the SGA bylaws is known as the Travel Guidelines. Section 1 of the Travel Guidelines discusses the purposes of travel that SGA will fund. The purpose of travel must be stated in the description of the bill using one of the following categories: academic, service, or other. Academic trips are trips to internationally, nationally, regionally, or locally recognized conferences or competitions related to the scope of the club or organization that has recognizable academic merit, such as being included on a resume or discussed in a job interview. Service trips are trips including domestic or international travel with the main intention of serving others in the designated community. Other travel includes any other type of travel not related to previously defined categories. When planning your bill, it is very important to plan as far in advance as possible. Please contact the SGA advisor as soon as you know you are planning to travel with your student organization. By meeting with an Office of Student Life representative, you can get the most accurate cost to include in your bill. You will also be able to use the university credit card to book hotels, as long as there is a no-fee cancellation policy in case your bill does not pass. This will lock in the rate that you are including in your bill. In some cases, you will also be able to look at the cost of flights with the assistance of a travel agent. Some things to consider when writing your bill is to be as detailed as possible when you describe the trip. If your trip is academic in nature, please be sure to consult the SGA academic chair prior to submitting your bill. If your trip is philanthropic or relating to service, please meet with the SGA service chair prior to submitting your bill. If you will be attending a conference or event, please describe what you hope to learn or bring back to the High Point University community. If you will be doing service, please describe exactly what you will be doing and the impact you hope to have on the community you will be serving. When looking to book flights, all organizations must meet with the SGA advisor or other designated Office of Student Life representative. It is always advisable to select the most expensive flight from the desired airport to include in your bill. Please also include the range of flight costs in the bill description, as you will actually purchase the least expensive flight and return unused funds to SGA. Flights from Greensboro, Charlotte, and Raleigh should be considered. We will discuss booking flights after your bill has passed later on in this video. Organizations can also include the cost of one check bag per person in their bill. If possible, the university encourages student organizations to stay at the hotel designated by the conference they are attending or the organization arranging their travel. When booking hotel accommodations, each student is entitled to their own bed. To cut costs, students can waive this right and share beds if they desire. Students should be housed based on gender, and advisors must be offered their own room. Please be sure to include all applicable taxes in your bill estimate when you are looking to book hotels. All ground transportation should be arranged through HPU Transportation or the university's account with Enterprise, unless you will be taking a personal vehicle. Transportation to the airport and back to campus can be arranged through HPU Transportation. It is preferred that organizations set up a shuttle rather than take their personal vehicles to the airport to limit liability. SGA will not pay for parking at the airport or for gas in personal vehicles to and from the airport, so please do not include those costs in your bill. The average round-trip shuttle costs are shown on your screen currently. These costs should be included in your bill depending on what airport you are traveling to and how many people will be traveling with you. This breakdown will also be shown on the SGA website under Travel Resources. SGA will fund the cost of shuttles or taxis to and from the airport and hotel once you have arrived at your destination. you can include estimations of these costs in your bill. Please always look to see if the hotel you are staying at provides a free shuttle or if there's a shuttle that can be booked online in advance, as that will be the best way to ensure an accurate cost being included in your bill. When looking to book a rental car, your advisor can utilize the link to Enterprise Rent-A-Car on the SGA website under Travel Resources and enter the High Point University account number to get a quote of what the cost will be for your trip. Please make sure that you and your advisor review the travel planning checklist, which is also available on the SGA website. SGA will reimburse the cost of gas for a rental car based on receipts upon return from your trip. If you will be taking a personal vehicle on your trip, all liability will be placed on the owner of the vehicle should any issues arise. You will not be covered by the university's travel insurance while you are in a personal vehicle. SGA will reimburse for gas based on mileage upon return from your trip. Receipts will still be needed for after-action report meeting with the SGA treasurer. Please use the university's set mileage reimbursement rate in your bill. The current rate per mile is 54 cents. This rate is set by the state of North Carolina and may be adjusted each year. When determining the amount you need to request for gas, please use the following steps. This is applicable for both rental cars and personal vehicles. First, go on to Google Maps. Second, get directions from High Point University to your destination. Third, print out the mileage, which is shown at the top of the directions. Fourth, you can multiply the mileage by the university's set rate of 54 cents per mile. You will then round up to the nearest whole dollar and use that amount on your bill. For example, if you will be traveling 124 miles, you will request $67 in your bill. As mentioned previously, rental car users will be reimbursed based on receipts of gas purchases. Personal vehicle users will be reimbursed the total amount requested after the trip. Student contributions are also important to consider when writing your bill. While it is not required to include a student contribution on bills including travel, the Senate looks favorably upon it. Student contribution should be proportionate to the amount of the bill. When writing your bill, please include the expected student contribution as a deduction. Money expected to be fundraised by the students or organization is also considered a student contribution and should also be listed as a deduction. Please note that if a student fails to fundraise the expected amount, the organization will not receive any additional funds from SGA. In summary, SGA will fund flights, hotels, transportation to and from campus or the airport or your hotel, rental cars, gas in some cases, and conference registration. SGA will not fund airport parking fees, gas and personal vehicles to and from the airport, food, unnecessary travel at your destination, or activities at the destination unrelated to the purpose of the trip. The second step is presenting your bill. Please make sure that the bill representative presenting your bill has been briefed on all details of the trip. It is often helpful to have the trip leader or organization president present at the SGA meeting during bill presentation so they can answer any questions from the Senate. Please be sure to discuss the benefits to High Point University, its students, or others that would be a direct result of your bill passing. If your bill does not pass and you are interested in resubmission, please email sga@highpoint.edu. When the bill representative is presenting your bill, please make sure they dress in accordance with the SGA dress code, which is business casual attire. Please observe Robert's Rules of Order throughout the entire SGA meeting. More information on this can be found in the Senate Refresher training video. The SGA Vice President will handle calling on senators who may have questions after your bill presentation. Often, the SGA Academic or Service Chair will offer up their recommendation about your bill. Please make sure you have met with them and followed up on their notes before presenting your bill. Step 3 is after your bill has passed. All rental cars must be booked through the university's account with Enterprise Rent-A-Car in the name of the advisor who will be attending the trip. Enterprise policy states that the name on the reservation and the method of payment must match, so your advisor will need to use their personal credit card to pay for the rental. Reservations can be made online at the link showed on your screen. This will also be available on the SGA website under Travel Resources. The High Point University contract ID with Enterprise Rent-A-Car is XZ53107. Your advisor should review the university's travel and business expenses policy prior to making any arrangements to rent a car. This policy can be found online on Blackboard. Your advisor should also be sure to print out the High Point University insurance document to bring with them on the trip in case of any issues. Please note that this insurance policy only covers faculty and staff. You will be able to process a reimbursement for your advisor upon return from your trip. Please make sure you have all necessary receipts to process that transaction. For more information on how to process a reimbursement, please view our Financial Guidelines training video. Remember, you must be 24 to rent a car, so if you need more than one vehicle, you may need another advisor to attend the trip. When renting a car from Enterprise Rent-A-Car using the High Point University contract/discount ID, you do not need to purchase the collision or loss damage waiver, except for international rentals. Should an accident occur, the driver must follow the rental agency accident report instructions, in addition to forwarding a copy of the report to the Executive Vice President and/or Vice President for Financial Affairs. As soon as you know your bill has passed, you will need to meet with the Office of Student Life representative who assisted you in planning your bill. They will be able to book your flights using a university credit card. There is no need to fill out a requisition form for purchases on the university credit card. The Office of Student Life will process that transaction. Your advisor and trip leader will receive an email confirming the booking of your flights. In most cases, you should have booked your hotel when meeting with an Office of Student Life representative to plan your bill. Again, there is no need for a requisition form for this transaction. Please confirm with that individual as soon as you know if your bill has passed or failed, as we will need to confirm or cancel your hotel reservation. The Office of Student Life will provide you with a confirmation number. Please print this out and bring it with you when checking in to the hotel. We will also provide your advisor with a credit card authorization form. This should eliminate any issues when checking in. If you do have a problem while checking in, please call the phone number listed on the email your advisor received confirming your travel. When booking your transportation to or from campus, your advisor will need to fill out a trip form. This form can be found on Blackboard and is only accessible for advisors. Make sure your advisor has the appropriate account number to use when filling out the form. When paying for non-High Point University transportation, your organization can either turn in receipts for a reimbursement upon return or request an advance from the business office prior to travel. Again, please see the Financial Guidelines training video to learn more about how to process reimbursements and advances. If shuttles can be reserved in advance online, please consult the Office of Student Life to book using the university credit card. Travel waivers are available on the SGA website and must be turned in to the Office of Student Life prior to any trip. We suggest you also keep a copy of each travel waiver for the advisor going on the trip in case of any emergencies. International travel may require additional waivers through the organization arranging your trip. When planning an international trip, please make sure all students who will be going have a valid passport. Please make photocopies of your passport to leave with the Office of Student Life and the organization arranging your travel, if applicable. We also recommend leaving a copy with loved ones at home and keeping one in your carry-on or checked bag in case you need them while abroad. Step 4. Upon return from your trip. Within 2 weeks of your return from your trip, you need to meet with the SGA Treasurer for an after-action report. In this meeting, you will discuss the finances related to the trip. Some questions you may discuss include, are there any reimbursements that still need to be processed? Is there any cash left over from advances? Were there any leftover funds that need to be returned to SGA? And do you need to report service hours or donations of funds or goods? Please see our Financial Guidelines training video for more information on after-action report meetings. Upon return, please also write a short report on everything you learned while planning this trip. Be sure to highlight what was challenging, what worked well, what you would do differently, and the exact details of the bill that was submitted. Please also include the outcomes of the trip, any information that would support SGA in funding this trip again. This will be invaluable information for your organization and future members of your organization if they decide to take the same trip or a similar trip in the future. For more resources that can help you plan your travel, please visit the SGA website at highpoint.edu/SGA. Thank you so much for watching the High Point University Student Organization Travel Guidelines training video. If you have further questions, please email sga@highpoint.edu for assistance.